What's up, YouTube? This is just a quick video, and it's going to be my predictions on the NBA Finals. We will be seeing the New York Knicks take on the San Antonio Spurs, and honestly, this is a series I'm very excited for. The Knicks have been a very, very good team, and the Spurs have shown that despite their youth, they're clearly here to make a message. And send it to the whole league that the Spurs are back in championship contender shape. They honestly could win the series. I wouldn't be shocked if they sweep in the series. But what are my predictions? As much as I think San Antonio will win, I truly will be rooting for the New York Knicks. And I can see a world where the Knicks could win the series in 6 games. But it's going to come down to a lot of things. I think as important as Jalen Brunson is, obviously he's going to have to show up a lot. And so will Karl Anthony Towns. But I think the 2 players that stick out to me in this series for the Knicks team is Josh Hart and OG Anunoby, mainly because those are the 2 guys that are going to have to deal with Wemby the most on this team. And they're going to really show whether or not this team can beat the Spurs, because Hart and OG, here's the thing about both of them. OG can play great defense, okay, especially on a player like Wemby. So he's going to have to be important in this series, very important. A guy like Josh Hart, I don't know who Wemby's going to be guarding, probably Cat or Hart, maybe both, probably both. But the thing with Hart, he's going to need to find a lot of opportunity, because when Karl Anthony Towns and Brunson are distracted, Hart's going to have to do something, okay, for the offense. And he's shown throughout the playoffs that he can have his moments. You know, there were some games where he was doing very well. One of the games, I think it was against Cleveland, he had over 20 points. So he can provide a lot of support to this Knicks roster. I think he's a very good player. It's going to come down to how he plays against Wemby, though. That's a scary series for him. For OG, as I've already mentioned, he's a great defender, and he's got great defense against the San Antonio Spurs, and specifically Victor Wembanyama. Here's the thing about the Knicks. They beat the Spurs multiple times throughout the season. They beat the Spurs in the NBA Cup finals to be the NBA Cup champions. That's kind of cool. Now you got to remember that Wemby was on limited minutes because he was going through injuries around that time. But I mean, at the end of the day, the Knicks were still capable of beating the Spurs roster, and the Spurs roster has already shown, even with injuries, this team can beat a team like the Thunder. So injuries clearly don't play a huge factor in the San Antonio Spurs, because even with injuries, they can be so insanely dominant. To vouch for the Spurs side, you have Victor Wembanyama. You have the best player in the series in the entire postseason. And I mean, that alone is an argument for why you should win. You have Castle, he's insanely good. You got Fox, he's going to play a huge role in this postseason. And you have Dylan Harper, who, despite only being a rookie, has been such a huge playoff riser for this team. It's going to be exciting to watch. But to just summarize things, as close of a series this is going to be, in predicting, I'm going to say the Knicks got it in 6. I want to see the Knicks win. And, I mean, truthfully, I do believe the Spurs probably will win. But I'm going to be rooting for the Knicks. I'm going to be predicting the Knicks. Because at the end of the day, I mean, if you know the New York Knicks fans, you want to see what they do if they win the championship. They're going to go crazy no matter what.
Win the finals! We're burning the city down!
If they lose the championship, they're already going to be destroying the city. But imagine them winning the championship. That's something I want to see specifically. And it's completely possible. I mean, if anyone from the East had the best chances of taking down the Spurs, honestly, it is the New York Knicks. So, final prediction, the New York Knicks will win the NBA championship. Your finals MVP will be, we'll just throw out a Jalen Brunson, and the Knicks will win in 6. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch the video. It's just a quick video to get out for the finals. Thank you so much for watching.